everybody. For those of you who haven't seen me pop up in here, it's Carly. I'm the founder of the group, and just super excited to have everyone here and for all of us to support each other. I can see that I'm a little bit lagged right now in the live, so sorry about that if you see this or are watching this. But I had an important public service announcement for all the moms and moms-to-be. Just wanted to pop in and give you guys a quick update and remind you that you do know what you're doing, and you know your baby, and you know your body if you're pregnant. So my quick update for the day is I don't know if any of you saw earlier this week I had posted about my baby having a random vomiting episode, and I thought last week she had a stomach bug, and I was asking if anyone had heard of a rice allergy, because that's one of the first foods you typically give babies. It's, I guess, thought to be hypoallergenic. Spoiler, it's not. So what I wanted everyone to know is that you know when something is wrong, and sorry I'm nasal right now with my cold, lovely daycare, but you know when something is wrong with you, if your pregnancy isn't feeling right, if something isn't, feeling normal, or things have changed, or if there's something not going right with your baby, like, as a mom, like, if something's not right, and don't let a doctor tell you that that's not the case. So for us, I had posted about this weird vomiting episode, and thought, oh well, that's weird. She had this weird like bug last week, and unfortunately it was not a bug. This happened again on Tuesday, so it had been 8 days, and it's not quite like exorcist style vomiting, but it's after 2 to 3 hours after she's eaten, and it's rice cereal. She gets super super sick, like throwing up every 10 to 15 minutes. First time it was every 20 to 30 minutes. This time it was every 10 to 15 minutes for about 2 hours. And I was sure it was the rice cereal. So I'm not going to go into the whole, like, yes, Dr. Google and I went a little bit nuts. And sorry, I'm going to switch hands. Went a little bit nuts. But I called my pediatrician. They said, don't give her any more rice. Kids aren't allergic to rice, but don't give her any more of that, and it'll be fine. I was not satisfied with that because I knew that something just wasn't right, and so I Googled this, and Googled this condition called FPIES, like F like Frank and pies like apple pie. Unless your baby's showing symptoms, don't Google it, because you don't want to hear about it. It's not great. But anyway, essentially I knew that something was wrong, and I looked up like what I could do about it and what clinics could diagnose this. And luckily the CHOP, it's called the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, has an allergy clinic, and they actually have an FPIES clinic. And I was like, you know what, I know this is crazy because I'm neurotic, moms just are, but I'm going to figure out what's wrong, and I'm going to get to the bottom of this. So I called. They said, oh, they're only doing in-person appointments. It's multiple hours away from us. I said, can you please do telehealth? And they scheduled us a telehealth appointment, and then we found out yesterday. So I had this telehealth appointment. I told the woman, I might be crazy, but I swear that my baby is like exorcist style allergic to rice. And she said, you're not crazy. She diagnosed her with this FPIES syndrome. It's food protein induced enterocolitis syndrome. Long story short, we cannot have rice, grains, gluten, nothing for a long time, and no rice for like 18 months. It's another story for another time, but basically, I knew that something wasn't right. I knew that, my baby was so sick, and you and you know your body. So if you're pregnant and it doesn't feel right, and you call the doctor and they say just monitor, but don't feel bad about calling back. Call back if you don't feel good. If your baby is exhibiting symptoms once it's born that like something isn't right, call back. Like, do not ever feel guilty about advocating for yourself or for your kids. You do you, and you know what's right. And so luckily for me, this weird FPIE syndrome is super rare. She is fine. She's exclusively breastfed. and breast milk is fine. And so I have never in my life, other than the first 2 weeks of the pandemic when we went to the store for the last time and there was no formula and no baby stuff on the shelves. I was super glad to be a breastfeeding mom then, but now I have never been more grateful to be able to breastfeed. And so I'm going to drop a link again in the comments if anybody is still interested in signing up for the Breastfeeding Quick Start. If you're pregnant or a new mom, just want to learn what you need to get off to a fast start. We're going to do a challenge starting the first week of October. I'll drop the link if you want to sign up for that. Definitely, I am all about fed is best. Feed that baby. Whatever you have to do to get that baby fed, that's what you have to do. But if you have a goal of breastfeeding, I want you to be successful. It was so hard for us at first, but I'm on month 26 now of breastfeeding, and it's been a wonderful experience for us after we got through that first slightly horrific phase, and just with everything that's going on with her right now, I am just so grateful, because I don't know what I would just be so nervous, and we'll get into that another time. My lovely anxiety, I am worried about introducing new foods. I'm not thrilled about that. She could still have anaphylactic allergies. This isn't an anaphylactic allergy. The worst reactions, they can end up in the hospital. Their blood pressure drops. They can go into shock. They get rapid dehydration from this uncontrolled vomiting. Not great for a mom with a vomit phobia, but hey, we're doing the best we can. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys the update because, I know a lot of people, especially when they're, either newly pregnant or new moms, they're like, should I not call? Should I call? I'm being crazy. Like, you're not crazy, and you need to do what makes you feel good. And, probably people would have thought, oh, she's only had this reaction twice. It was twice within a 10-day period. But, I was like, I'm not going to wait around for her to have an anaphylactic reaction to something. I'm going to call and I'm going to get this figured out because I know this isn't right. So, anyway, just wanted to let you guys know, you'll be fine, whatever you're going through, but you can do this. It's going to be okay. And, I will drop a link to the challenge in the comments. Don't Google FPIES unless your baby is having symptoms of it. Just feel free to comment if you have any questions on anything, but just wanted to pop in and say hi this weekend and have a great Saturday. All right.